There are places so beautiful, they don't look real, but they are, tucked away in the corners of the earth, far from highways, crowds, and search bars. No signs, no tourists, just raw, untouched nature, glowing, wild, and waiting. These are not the places in travel brochures. They weren't built for you, and maybe that's why they're perfect. From glowing crater lakes to islands that look like alien planets, and canyons sculpted by time itself. Some lie beneath the earth, others rise above the clouds, but every one of them feels like a secret you were never meant to find. This is Unseen Worlds, and these are the 25 most beautiful hidden landscapes on Earth. Let the journey begin. In the heart of Hunan Province, China, jagged stone towers pierce the sky like ancient pillars. So surreal, they inspired the floating mountains in Avatar. These aren't mountains, they're sandstone giants, nearly 4,000 of them, each one sculpted by time, mist, and wind. Clouds curl around their bases like rivers of smoke. Sometimes, the peaks disappear completely, as if the earth is hiding its most sacred place. Tiny trees cling to the tops of these spires like bonsai balanced on sky needles, a strange, quiet world above the world. Locals say the spirits of warriors live here, silent, watching, waiting. You don't visit Zhangjiajie, you enter its dream. Step too close to the edge, and the view will steal your breath before the wind does. This is Zhangjiajie, China's floating forest of stone. High in the volcanic spine of Flores Island, 3 lakes shimmer with colors the sky could never invent. This is Kelimutu, where water changes color and stories never stay still. Each crater holds its own lake. One is turquoise, one is deep black, the other rust red or blood orange, depending on the mood of the earth. Scientists say it's minerals and gas, but locals know better. They say the souls of the dead rest in these waters, and their moods shape the hues. Here, sunrise isn't just light, it's transformation. The lakes shift shade before your eyes. Calm one minute, electric the next. There are no crowds, no fences, only silence and the soft hiss of steam rising from ancient stone. Kelimutu is a volcano of color and legend. It doesn't just show you beauty, it shows you the mysteries of what lies beneath it. Deep in Patagonia, carved by water over 6,000 years, lies a hidden cathedral sculpted in stone, not by human hands, but by a lake that glows like liquid sapphire. These are the marble caves, a labyrinth of swirling walls and silent tunnels etched into the cliffs of General Carrera Lake. Step inside and everything changes. Light dances across the ceiling, turning stone into ocean, and silence into awe. The colors shift with the sky. Icy blue at dawn, glowing turquoise at noon, and soft silver under clouded light. There are no roads here, no signs, no fences, only water, stone, and a silence you can feel in your chest. Some call it the most beautiful cave on Earth. Others say it doesn't feel like Earth at all. Either way, you'll never forget the marble cathedral of Chile. From the right angle, this lake looks like it floats above the ocean. It's an illusion that breaks the rules of perspective, a trick of nature only the Faroe Islands could pull off. This is Lake Survaksvatn, serene, silver blue, and impossibly high. And just beyond it, a sheer cliff called Tre Lenipa, where water meets sky. Stand on its edge and look down. You'll see waves crashing far below the lake's surface, as if the earth split in layers. The cliffs here were once execution sites. Legend says traitors were pushed into the sea, but now only birds fall from these heights. On foggy days, the lake vanishes into the clouds. On clear ones, it becomes a mirror to the Atlantic, reflecting a world that feels untouched by time. It looks like a desert, but it's not, because in this desert, there are lakes. Welcome to Lençóis Maranhenses, a sea of white dunes stretched across northern Brazil, where rain fills the valleys with neon blue lagoons. From above, it looks unreal, like someone spilled water over silk sheets and painted the earth with soft brushstrokes. The pools only appear a few months each year, perfectly clear, warm, and silent. Nature's secret swimming pools, hidden in sand. No roads, no hotels, only wind, sky, and the rhythm of shifting dunes. A place where the land forgets its own rules. Lençóis Maranhenses defies explanation. It's not a mirage, it's a masterpiece, and most people will never even know it exists. It doesn't look like Earth, but it is. Just off the coast of Yemen in the Arabian Sea lies a forgotten island called Socotra. Here, dragon's blood trees stretch their umbrella-like arms into the sky, twisted, ancient, and found nowhere else on Earth. The landscape feels alien. White sand dunes rise beside turquoise coves, and limestone cliffs guard secret caves filled with mist. Over 1/3 of the species on this island exist only here, as if nature wrote its own strange rules and never let anyone else read them. For centuries, sailors feared Socotra. They said it was haunted or enchanted. Today, it's simply untouched, rare, raw, and breathtaking. This is the island time forgot to change, a hidden world grown in isolation, and maybe Earth's last living dream. In the Philippine Sea, far from the neon lights of Tokyo, lies an island shaped like a secret, a volcano. Inside, another volcano. This is Aogashima, one of the most isolated inhabited islands on Earth. A remote green caldera surrounded by steep volcanic walls and crashing waves. Less than 200 people live here, tucked into the inner crater, where steam still seeps from the ground. There are no shops, no hospitals, just silence and sky. The only way in is by boat or helicopter, and even then, the weather decides if you're welcome. Many arrive, fewer stay. But those who do live in harmony with the volcano that breathes beneath their feet. Hot springs, power homes. Nature rules the rhythm of life. It's not just a place, it's a pulse, slow, deep, and eternal. Aogashima, Japan's living island inside a sleeping giant. Hidden deep in the mountains of Sichuan, there's a valley where water doesn't just flow, it glows. Lakes so clear, you can see fallen trees sleeping beneath them. Water so blue, it looks like melted crystal. This is Jiuzhaigou, China's valley of 9 villages. It's a place of living color. Emerald forests, golden leaves, sapphire waterfalls, a palette only nature could paint. Legend says a goddess dropped her mirror here, and it shattered into 1,000 glowing lakes. Look closely, some still shimmer with secrets. The air is silent, but never still. Mist drifts over water. Reflections ripple like whispers between worlds. Jiuzhaigou isn't a valley, it's a memory, caught between myth and light, and it never quite lets go. Beneath the jungles of central Vietnam, a crack in the earth opens into something impossible, a world underground, hidden for millions of years. Sun Dung isn't just a cave, it's the largest on the planet, big enough to fit an entire city block, or a Boeing 747. Inside, rivers run through stone, clouds form under the ceiling, and deep within, a jungle grows, fed by light that shouldn't be there. It feels like a lost world, alien, alive, breathing. The deeper you go, the more it feels like the surface was never real. Only a handful of people have ever walked here. No noise, no roads, just the echo of water and your own heartbeat. Sun Dung isn't just underground, it's untouched time, a cathedral carved by nature, hidden in the belly of the earth. High above a sapphire fjord, in western Norway, a single sliver of stone juts out over the abyss, bold, defiant, and terrifyingly still. High above a sapphire fjord, in western Norway, a single sliver of stone juts out over the abyss, bold, defiant, and terrifyingly still. Behind it lies Ringadalsvatnet, a glacial lake so clear it mirrors the mountains like glass stretched across a canyon. Getting here isn't easy. It's a 10-hour trek through stone, ice, and mist. But those who reach it say the view doesn't just impress, it changes you. There's no sound up here, only the rush of wind around your ears and the distant echo of water crashing far below. This is where Earth feels untouched, where time feels irrelevant, and where even trolls might stop to admire the view. It rises like a myth, jagged emerald cliffs carved by ancient rain and raw Pacific wind. This is Hawaii, but not the one on postcards. The Napali coast is unreachable by road. You get here by sea or sky, and even then, nature decides if you're allowed to see it. Ridges slash down to turquoise water, like folded velvet. Hidden beaches vanish with the tides. Waterfalls spill down sheer cliffs, then vanish into jungle. This place doesn't just look untouched, it feels sacred. The air hums, the cliffs breathe. It's said, this is where Hawaiian gods walked. From a kayak, the mountains tower like cathedral walls. From a helicopter, they look like the ribs of the earth. Every view is a secret, revealed only for a second. Napali isn't a destination. It's a living, breathing temple of land and sea, one that shows its beauty only when it wants to. In a quiet corner of Slovenia, a lake shimmers like a mirror, green, glassy, and still. In its heart, a tiny island, and on it, a lone church. They call it Lake Bled, but it feels like a place from a fairy tale, where swans glide past castles and the mountains watch in silence. Behind the lake rise the Triglav Alps. Jagged, majestic, often snow-dusted, they cradle this valley like a secret too beautiful to share. A medieval castle clings to a cliff above the water, its red roofs glowing at sunrise, its shadow touching the waves. There's a legend here. Ring the bell in the island's church, and your wish will come true. But most visitors are too stunned to speak, let alone wish. This isn't just a landscape. It's a painting, the earth never finished. Lake Bled is where time slows down, and beauty whispers. It looks like something carved by giants. A serpent-shaped canyon, twisting through the mossy hills of Iceland. Quiet, majestic, almost unreal. Fjallaglufur is only 2 kilometers long, but every curve feels like it leads to another world. Walls rise like waves, covered in velvet green. A silver river flows below, slow and silent, as if afraid to disturb the ancient silence. The air smells of stone, water, and time. From above, it looks like a painted crack in the earth. From within, it's a hidden cathedral of nature, where light dances on wet rock and birds echo like prayers. For years, this place was nearly forgotten, No signs, no crowds, just a trail and the wind. Even now, it feels like you've stumbled onto a secret. In the forests of central Croatia, water doesn't just move, it weaves. 16 sapphire lakes spill into each other, linked by 100 glowing waterfalls. This is Plitvice, where water runs over stone like glass, and time drips slow through moss-covered wood. Every shade of blue lives here, from glacial turquoise to emerald green, rippling beneath wooden footpaths that vanish into mist. It feels unreal, like nature designed a painting, then forgot to hide it. Listen closely. The lakes whisper, the cascades breathe, even silence sounds like music here. Plitvice isn't a place you walk through. It's one you float through. A living labyrinth of water and wonder. Deep in the south of France, a river slices through limestone like a blade through silk, carving one of Europe's best-kept secrets. They call it the Verdun Gorge, but it feels more like a canyon stolen from another planet, where emerald water winds beneath thousand-foot cliffs. Every turn reveals a painting, turquoise pools, sheer white walls, and silence, broken only by the call of swallows. Kayakers drift like leaves down the river. Sunlight dances off the surface, making everything shimmer like glass. The rocks here have heard stories of monks, rebels, poets, and wanderers, but today they echo only peace. Verdun isn't loud. It doesn't need to be. It's the kind of place that reminds you just how quietly beauty can speak. It looks edited, too perfect to be real. A turquoise lake, so bright it glows, set beneath 10 towering snow-draped peaks. This is Moraine Lake, fed by glaciers, framed by the Canadian Rockies, and still somehow overlooked by the world. Every morning, light spills across the valley. The peaks turn gold, the lake turns glass, and the silence wraps around you like a secret. Its waters are rich with rock flour, ground from mountains, carried by ice, and the color, not Photoshop, just nature. The Valley of the 10 Peaks once appeared on Canada's $20 bill, but no currency could ever capture this. It's not something you visit, it's something you feel. Stand at the shoreline, and the mountains don't just rise, they speak, in silence, in light, in awe. Hidden deep in the red canyons of Arizona, a burst of turquoise water crashes into glowing orange rock. This is not a postcard, it's Havasu Falls. Here, the desert folds open like a secret and reveals something impossible, a tropical paradise carved into stone. Minerals turn the water neon blue. Cascades flow like liquid glass, and time feels like it runs slower just to watch. You don't stumble across this place. You earn it after miles of dust, silence, and sun. But when you arrive, you understand why the Havasupai people called this sacred. This isn't just beauty, it's belonging. Havasu Falls is nature's defiance, a waterfall blooming in a desert of silence, and it's more alive than anything around it. At the edge of the world, southern Chile, a place exists where the earth still howls, where wind carves valleys and light touches granite like fire. These are the Cuernos del Paine, twisted stone horns rising from nothing but silence, nature, untouched, and impossibly sharp. Below them lies the Grey Glacier, a massive river of ancient ice, fractured like glass, drifting into a cobalt lake dotted with floating giants. Here, clouds move fast and shadows move faster. The mountains change color with every breath. Blue, gold, black, white, always alive. No roads lead deep into this place, only winding trails, cold air, and a sky so clear you can almost hear the stars. This is Torres del Paine, where Earth stands still just long enough for you to remember how small you really are. In the mist-covered wilds of northern Scotland, a trail leads into a valley the locals say is touched by something otherworldly. This is the Isle of Skye, and hidden within it, the fairy pools. Glacial waters cascade down from the Black Quillan Mountains, forming perfect crystal blue pools, so clear you can count every stone beneath the surface. The water is freezing, but it's the kind of cold that feels ancient, like you're stepping into a river older than time. Each pool is carved into volcanic rock. Some are still and glassy, others bubble with small waterfalls, a living staircase shaped by ice and rain. On quiet mornings, mist rises from the valley floor. The hills glow green, and it's not hard to believe that something magical lives here. At first glance, it doesn't look real. An emerald lake rimmed with neon orange, and a steady hiss rising from its steaming heart. This is Champagne Pool, a 700-year-old geothermal spring in the wilds of New Zealand, bubbling like a living thing, breathing like the earth itself. The colors are no illusion. The orange edge is arsenic-rich mineral buildup. The green center, a boiling acidic brew. It fizzes constantly, not with champagne, but with carbon dioxide escaping from deep beneath the crust. A celebration of geology, not grapes. And yet, it feels more like a portal than a pool, like something left behind by another planet, or something waiting to rise from the mist. You don't swim here, you stare, because some beauty is meant to be looked at, not touched. From above, It looks like a forest of blades. But these aren't trees. They're razor-sharp limestone spires, spiking upward like the fossilized spine of the earth. This is Chingi de Bimaraha, a stone labyrinth where humans rarely go. And when they do, they walk on suspension bridges above the teeth. Every crevice is a shadow. Every path leads into silence. Here, even birds fly carefully. Water carved this place over millions of years, but now it stands still, a forest frozen in stone and time. Beneath the spikes, rivers disappear into deep caves. Rare lemurs leap from tower to tower, dancing where no one else dares. It's beautiful, it's brutal, it's otherworldly. Chingi doesn't ask to be explored, it dares you to try. High in the Himalayas, where the air is thin and silence runs deep, a lake stretches across the border of India and China. Its name is Pangong Tso, the enchanted mirror of the mountains. The water here isn't one color. It shifts: turquoise, indigo, silver, changing with every hour, as if the lake is alive and dreaming. No roads hug its shore, no boats cross its body, only wind, only clouds, and the stillness of a place untouched by time. Reflections here are perfect. The snow-capped peaks above, duplicated flawlessly in the water below. It's hard to tell where sky ends and earth begins. Nomads still roam this valley, moving with the seasons as they've done for centuries, in rhythm with the land. Pangong Tso is more than a lake. It's a place the world forgot, but beauty remembered. You've just seen what most of the world never will. Places so remote, so surreal. They exist like quiet secrets whispered by the earth. No headlines, no crowds, only stillness, beauty, and wonder, untouched and unseen. These landscapes aren't just destinations, they're reminders. That magic still exists on this planet, if you know where to look. Hidden in clouds, beneath jungles, or carved into mountains we forgot to notice. Nature never stopped creating masterpieces. So the next time you search for adventure, look past the postcards. Follow the silence, chase the strange. And if this journey moved you, subscribe for more unseen worlds waiting to be found.